Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Sumner H and my battery's about to die. Alright, that is better. I got a new battery in here and I'm ready to rock and roll. So today I'm gonna answer the question which everyone wants to know. And this isn't really my style. I think it's kind of lame. I think it's kind of meh. But I'm still gonna answer the question because I want to provide you guys with value. So the question is, how long does it take to build an aesthetic body? And everyone's idea of aesthetics a little bit differently, but we're talking about like the Brad Pitt Fight Club look, or you know, if you're one of those Ziz fans or Jeff Side fans or any of those guys who are into the aesthetics, there's usually a certain kind of look that you guys are going after. And the question is, how long would it take a total gym newbie to get to that place to where they actually look like they have some level of aesthetics? So I'm gonna make a ton of generalizations in this video, so stick with me. None of this is set in stone, but these are some principles which I believe could get you there in the shortest amount of time. So from my own training experience and from others that I've seen, I would say it's gonna take about 2 years to build that iconic aesthetic look. And if you just walked into the gym and started working out for 2 years, you would not get there. There's a few things that you'd have to do perfectly in order to get there. And this is what it would be. For a total gym noob, first off, you're gonna wanna start in some level of caloric surplus, but not by much. You wouldn't wanna screw this part up. And this is where most guys go wrong. They start going to the gym and they start gorging themselves on food, thinking it's what they have to do to grow. The reality is, since you're new to the gym, your body is gonna respond to any kind of outside input and start building muscle. Even if you're in a slight deficit, you're still gonna build muscle. But of course, being in some kind of caloric surplus is optimal, but you don't need to go crazy with it. When I first started going to the gym, I was putting down probably a 2,000 to 3,000 calorie surplus because I thought that's what I had to do to build muscle. That's what I read in the bodybuilding forums. That's what people had told me. And quite frankly, it's totally wrong and it screwed me up. I got that skinny fat look and it wasn't what I wanted. So first off, I would have you go on a plan where you're gonna go about 200 to 300 calories over maintenance. So you're a very slight surplus, but just enough to really give yourself the building blocks to grow. On top of that, we're gonna utilize the principles of progressive overload, which is exactly what I didn't do when I first started going to the gym. I was going to the gym, again, from what I had read online, what people had told me, to get a pump. I thought getting a pump would get me muscles. Like Arnold said, going to the gym and getting a pump is the best part. That's the most important part, but I wasn't building muscles. Until I understood how the body actually grows. As a natural athlete and a natural lifter, the way that your body grows is from new challenges. One of the best ways to do this is through increasing the weight, but you can do it through volume, you can do it through sets, you can do it through reps, you can do it from frequency, you can do it from shortened rest time. So there's different ways to change the progression. The easiest and the way that I recommend is both going with reps and weight. Mainly weight. Weight is one of the easiest things to track, to progress on. So we're gonna put you on a progressive overload scheme. We're gonna forget about the idea of a pump. We're gonna have you track all of your lifts and ensure week after week you're getting minutely strong, and that is how you're gonna build a ton of muscle as a natural lifter. On top of that, we're gonna do little subtle tweaks to make sure that you're actually gonna be able to get as strong as possible. We're gonna do reverse pyramid training. We're gonna have a couple different approaches to get you in there and actually making sure that you're gonna be your strongest, instead of going in there and doing what most bodybuilders do, which isn't gonna actually benefit you or be the most efficient way to go about it. So we're gonna use some little efficiency tactics to make sure that you're getting as strong as possible so you can utilize progressive overload to the best of its ability. And third, the final point, we're gonna have you hitting the right muscle groups. Because when I first went to the gym, I thought I was gonna get an amazing body if I just went in there and did curls all day long. And while I built up a nice set of arms, the rest of my body looked like crap. My body had not caught up to my arms. I didn't understand what kind of muscles I needed to go in and hit to actually build a body that was appealing. To put it simply, what I would have someone focus on is first off building up their V-taper, right? This is what everyone says, but you're gonna wanna do it by one, doing high volume ab work. So we're gonna tighten your core down by doing high volume ab work. We're gonna narrow that waist. And we're gonna have you do a ton of lat work, a lot of weighted pull-ups. We're gonna have some heavy pull downs. We're gonna have you doing barbell rows. We're gonna have you doing dumbbell rows. We're gonna have you making sure that you're prioritizing these lifts and again, progressing on them and getting stronger. So we're gonna build up your lat. On top of that, we're also gonna have you put a lot of focus on your deltoids. And we wanna have a nice complete deltoid. We want a nice rounded deltoid and be hitting every single point of the delt. So we're gonna put a ton of focus on this. Most guys get this so wrong. They go on the gym when they first start and they think having a big chest, getting big veiny arms is gonna get them that aesthetic look. Those are the nice finishing touches, but in fact, these are not what builds an aesthetic body. Having a chest is actually one of the last points I think you should have developed. And I think most guys have an overly developed chest. So you want that nice chest split that I have here, that's great. It's gonna be a nice finishing touch, but it's not everything. And so to start with that is not where you wanna begin. You really wanna prioritize what's gonna give you that aesthetic look, which is the deltoids, it's the lats, it's the tightened waist, it's the tight core, it's having a solid back that we're gonna build through deadlifts, through rack pulls, weighted pull-ups, etc., etc. And so this is how I would go about shortening that time to build the aesthetic body. It can be done in 2 years. Most won't, but some will. If you follow these principles to a T, you could absolutely build an impressive aesthetic body in 2 years. If you guys need any training advice, if you guys wanna get big, you guys wanna get an aesthetic body, you guys wanna live an amazing life, you wanna live a fulfilled life, you wanna build your mind and your body, subscribe to this channel, shoot me your messages, shoot me your questions. I'm here to help. If not, I love you guys just the same, and Sumner Healy will see you tomorrow.